Why hello replay viewers. Let's see who tunes on in. Good to see you, Miss Cecilia. Good to see you, Chiladian. Welcome. How's everyone doing this fantastic Monday morning? I hope everyone's having a fantastic morning. Good to see you, CB Earthday. Good to see you, Spencer. Hello, New Peanut Butter from Cleveland, Ohio, and JJ out there in Riverside, California. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Good morning, Dave. Doing awesome. Fantastic. Alvy. Good to see you, Alvy. Good to see you, Phyllis. Welcome. Good to see you there. Good to see you, Danish tour guy. Good to see you, Maria, out there in Flushing Meadows. Good to see you, Din. You're here for the party. Hello, Fox. Hello. Welcome. How warm is New York City? Well, not as warm as yesterday. Yesterday we were in the 90s. Now we are in the 60s, and I like it. It feels like spring. Let it be spring, please. Let it be spring the whole time. Here in Cadman Plaza, here in Juneteenth Grove. Good to see you from Bucharest, Romania. Good to see you, Mr. Devious and Mysterious. Welcome, Mysterious. You guys ready to walk Brooklyn Bridge? Big cool off indeed. Good to see you, Sarah. Hello, thank you so much, Sarah. Sunshine after the rain, good to see you. You know, let me put away my hat because it's windy. Oh, thank you so much, Lake Nona. It was a good win yesterday. Good to see you, Elise. Good to see you, Mars. Good to see you, everybody. Well, let me turn off my Wi-Fi here. Hold on one second, guys. I got to turn off my Wi-Fi. There we go. Big Tony. Good to see you, Big Tony. Let me put away my hat because I just realized it's windy. And that's the last thing I want to do. That's the last thing I want to have is my beautiful hat from Max to fly off into the wind on top of the Brooklyn Bridge. Guess what today is, everyone? Today is for me, it's a holiday. Today is the Brooklyn Bridge's birthday, and we shall celebrate the Brooklyn Bridge's birthday right now. Good to see you, Route 440. Hello there. The station was good. Oh, good. Oh, thanks for watching the replay, Millard. Thanks for. I did not do the radio show yesterday. I ended up hanging out with the wife all day. But good to see you. Quick, while at work, good to see you, Boozy. Welcome. Time to walk the office. I just finished walk. I just did a tour with somebody from. I had a guest from San Diego this morning. Yeah, we're gonna visit the office on the office's birthday. I will describe what is happening at this very moment 137 years ago. 138. Sorry, 100. I gotta get used to saying 138 now. 138 years ago. 138 years ago. That Brooklyn Bridge opened up for service. But let's do it. Hello there, ABX girl, welcome. Let's get this little gimbal here in order. It doesn't look a day over 137, right? Doesn't look a day over 137. Let's do this. Had a lovely breakfast at the park. What's it called? The Park View Diner? I have no idea what the hell it's called, but it's damn good. Had me a sausage, egg, and cheese on a roll. Yeah, you wasn't born yet. 1883? Yeah, no. Good to see you, Lockload. Welcome. Hey, man, am I going to Brooklyn Point? Gabriel, I am not going to Brooklyn Point today because I am going to venture into Manhattan. And then I'm going to venture into Manhattan. And then I'm going to hop on a subway. And then I'm going to go down to Coney Island. Hello there, Bionic Gamer. Welcome. So not going to City Point today, but we're going to have to go to City Point sometime in the very near future. Only a few more weeks left of all the aerialists doing their rehearsals and their practice over there in City Point. But no doubt the Brooklyn Bridge today should be a little nuts. So let's see. Because it was getting nuts when I was up there. I just had one guy on the walking tour this morning. So it was pretty easy for me today. Pretty easy work for me today. Tomorrow's a crazy day. Tomorrow I'm doing a bicycle tour in Central Park. And we have a very, very large group that we. Tomorrow I will be working my tukis off. And then on Wednesday, I am back down here at Brooklyn Bridge. Good to see you, Katya. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's walk over the bridge. Let's walk over the bridge, shall we? And we're starting from the Brooklyn side, which on opening day, that was not the way to go. On opening day, you wanted to come into Brooklyn. So the official opening ceremony or ceremonial ride over the Brooklyn Bridge was from Manhattan into Brooklyn, back when Brooklyn was a city, before the mistake of 98, the mistake of 1898, that is. Good to see you there, Jim. Happy birthday, Brooklyn Bridge. Hope we have a grifter-free bridge. I think we are going to have a grifter-free bridge on the Manhattan side there, Boozy. The grifters haven't been around. The dancers haven't been around on the Manhattan side. Welcome on into the show. Which is the #1 bridge, Mr. Arm, coming out of the ground? Which is the #1? Some people think it's a middle finger when he's showing it, but it's not. Happy birthday, Brooklyn Bridge. Arm art. #1, baby. Top of the food chain, baby. Top of the food chain. #1 bridge, #1 borough, #1 bridge in the world. Tillery Street now. Tillery and technically this is called Adam Place here, but it's like the end of that's Smith Street, but the other one. Good to see you, Cowboy Coney. Happy birthday, Brooklyn Bridge, indeed. Yes, indeed. This is the federal courthouse. No Brooklyn Bridge access from Tillery Street, folks. Yeah, there is Brooklyn Bridge access from Tillery Street. This is right here. It's the entrance. It's Adam Place here to Tillery Street right here. And we're gonna go over this bridge. We're gonna go over it. The sign does lie. Yeah, yeah. No access to Brooklyn from. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Look, that's what the sign said. Thanks for reading the sign for me. Didn't even read the sign. Well, I guess it's only on the weekends, or maybe just for automobiles. I do not think that's for us pedestrians. Let's do it. Let's walk over to 138-year-old Brooklyn Bridge. Said to myself today, I better do the Brooklyn Bridge's birthday today before heading on out to Coney. So that is the idea. We do have access for elephants? Yes, we do. Went to school at City Tech. Awesome. Wow. Awesome, Maria. City Tech is a good school. Now look at this lovely new entrance they built here for the Brooklyn Bridge, all lined in roses here. Fragrant roses. Good to see you, Gail, out there in Tucson, Arizona. Only a rose, yada-dee-dee-dee. Only a rose I give you, only a rose dying away, only a rose. I did not bring cake, Sarah. I was looking for some cakes at the diner I was just at, and they didn't have little cupcakes. I went to go get some cupcakes. But poor technology, ironically, really. Oh boy. Well, that's school life for you. All right. But yeah, I did look for some cupcakes to bring out here onto the bridge, but they didn't have any cupcakes, so I was like, all right. I can see you, Susan. Happy 138th Brooklyn Bridge indeed. Let's do this. Oh, we have tourists who are crossing the dangerous way. It's time, everyone. After a year of not having it, it's time for tourists behaving badly. And Danish tour guide with a 99-cent super chat. Danish tour guide, thank you so much for the 99 cents. They survived. They survived crossing the blind spot. Exactly. See, the cyclist is telling them, when they kill you, what are you going to do? And he's correct. Now, I'll tell you the story about the guy who I saw get hit by a car. So, just like these two guys, there was a guy crossing right here. Now, if you look closely, you see the highway makes a turn right here. So this is a blind spot for the cars that are coming off the bridge. And a tourist attempt to run across here, and they got hit by a car. And the guy got hit by a car here and went flying about yay down that way there. And it wasn't too cool because I actually yelled at him saying, please don't cross. And he waved his hands like he didn't care. The next thing you know, I heard a thump. I turned my head, and he was flying at the same speed I was riding a bike at. So you don't want to cross here, guys. Whatever you do, go down to the intersection. Go down to the intersection. But yeah, very pretty landscaping here. The new entrance to the Brooklyn Bridge here on the Brooklyn side. Got to make sure you're always visible. That's right. So you don't want to cross there, guys. You don't want to cross there. But we got tourists behaving badly. Yay! He didn't die. He didn't die. He actually got up rather quickly, but I know he was hurting. He got up, kind of had a little limp. But he was with a woman, and luckily the woman didn't cross. The woman ended up going out and helping him. But I offered help because whenever I do a bicycle tour, I do have a medical kit with me. And he didn't need any help. He didn't want any help. So. But yes, only cross in designated crosswalks. Got to stay visible. You're on the curl, welcome. See you later. Okay, have to work later. Later, new peanut butter. Good to see you, Shayla. Welcome. Want to walk this Brooklyn Bridge with me? It's only 138 years old. Flying down the bridge here. Thank God, all right? He went flying through the air. It was really scary. No, the locks are still here. Good to see you, Southern Pacific. The locks are still here. There's always people locking new locks to the bridge. Remember that the locks are cut off the bridge once every other month. And the workers who work for the DOT, they kind of like that job because they kind of could get some aggression off while they cut off these locks. Oh yeah, these are two very clueless tourists right here. No doubt they did not speak a word of English. Well, let's see how many tourists we get behaving badly. But into the view comes the Brooklyn Bridge. Steam power, horsepower, and raw manpower. That's what's built the bridge, built in an era before electricity. The Brooklyn Bridge is truly a handmade modern marvel. It took 13 long years to build the bridge, between 1869 and 1883. Years during which Thomas Edison invents the light bulb and a phonograph. Alexander Graham Bell invents a telephone. The buffalo were exterminated from the Great Plains. The catcher's mask and curveball were introduced to the game of baseball. In Washington, President Chester A. Arthur installs plumbing in the White House. And in Europe, Picasso and Einstein are born. Just some of the things that were happening in the world while we were building the Brooklyn Bridge. Good to see you, Deb. Where are the bagels? The bagels are in the diner I just ate at. Can you imagine this building went up in like the last 4 months? You could go back to my replay and you could see this building go from nothing to there. Wow. Definitely getting back to its normal self. Traffic slow. And there you go. There you go, Maria. Maria, I stole that entire line from David McCullough, historian David McCullough. I stole that entire line from him. Good to see you there, Carl. That was fast, right? It was fast building that thing. It's crazy. Good to see you there, Viking, out there in Liverpool. And good to see you, Patrick. Welcome. Good to see you, Blondie. Ooh, we're going to have lots of tourists behaving badly today. We're going to have lots of tourists behaving badly. This will be great. Let's see if we see anyone get hit by a bike today. Good to see you, Jacqueline. As we now leave Brooklyn, we're about to go into the superstructure of the Brooklyn Bridge, where we're going to be walking on the promenade. Is the exact same spot as it was 138 years ago. You got it, Maria. Now there's one walkway, Phyllis. Well, one walkway, but 2 lanes. The right-hand side here is for bicycles, and the left side here is for pedestrians. So who's going to get hit by a bicycle first? Let's find out. Who will get hit by a bicycle? Let's find out. So a couple of close calls this morning doing my walk over the bridge. So and good luck for the Knicks in the playoffs. Good luck for the Nets in the playoffs. I'm rooting for the Nets. Have a great day there, Maria. Great day. Good to see you, Sergio. Great day to walk the bridge. Even better on the Brooklyn Bridge's birthday. Hopefully we don't have too many dead zones. No, the bike lane is not open yet, Jim. What they have done, though, they have placed some fencing underneath me in the on the superstructure, so people won't slide out and fall between the pillars. Good to see you, Rosalind. So they are making it a little bit more safe for people to traverse over it. I have a feeling the new bike lane is going to be opening up in at the end of June, because once they get that fencing up to put the barricades up, it's going to take no time at all. And bloody hell, is somebody smoking a communion in one of those cars beneath me. Oh, it is clearly marked Albie, but people don't pay attention. people don't pay attention. When the bike comes flying down, then, you know. And here's a New York moment. It's a very New York moment here. Here we go. How cool is this? It's the puppy patrol here. And I have a way of saying things, right? Oh, here comes the Here comes our first bike. Look at that dog walker, she. Woof woof. I know even the dog walker has to watch out because he has those dogs with him, so don't want to get in the cyclist's way with all those dogs. Good to see you there, Kenya. Used to walk dogs in New York? Awesome. Yeah, it's very lucrative, yeah. I know some dog walkers on the Upper West Side, they make up to $1,100 a week walking dogs. So it's good money. I think he does have a pooper scooper. Yes, he does. Or a whole bunch of plastic bags. Pooper scoopers and a whole bunch of plastic bags. Good to see you, Danette. Thank you so much, Danette. I never get tired walking over the Brooklyn Bridge, too. I love this thing. You know, I was into architecture. So, you know, you think about this structure here. It's like a remnant of the old world, yet it's steel. It's electrified, you know, and so translating back to the new modern. Hello, Oliver from the Canary Islands. Bienvenidos a España. Hello there, Ramona. Welcome. Look at this thing. This thing is so cool. I would give anything to go to the top of the towers.
Well, if I take a picture this way.
Oh, I will give anything to go to the top of the towers of this bridge here. I was only at the top of the towers of the Brooklyn Bridge in Grand Theft Auto 4. I used to like to land the helicopter on top of the bridge. That was like my thing. I was to land the helicopter. Look at these clueless tourists. Now, the only thing I hate about the construction of this bridge is we cannot read the dedication plaques. They're all behind all this scaffolding here. Wow, there's a whole store now set up here. You're worth it. Yeah. Yeah, no birthday banner on the bridge. No birthday banner, no special activities happening today on the bridge, unfortunately. Some stuff going on the bridge today, but there's not. Statue of Liberty, off in the distance over there. When we get to the middle, we are gonna. But the Brooklyn Bridge was designed by John Augustus Roebling. John A. Roebling was born in the walled village of Mulhausen, Germany. He came out here to the United States, immigrated out here to the United States in the 1830s to resolve his destiny in all that space. John Roebling was an engineer. He was a mathematician, amongst many other trades. He was a jack of all trades, in fact. But in his early 20s, John Roebling always saw the suspension bridge as this amazing translation from the old world into the new world. Mathematics rules the world. And he thought the suspension bridge was such a beautiful structure. And when John Roebling moves out here to the United States in the 1830s, he founds an agrarian farming community in western Pennsylvania called Saxonburg. That community was along the Beaver Canal. And the Beaver Canal, what John Roebling would notice along the Beaver Canal was that the hemp ropes that were pulling the barges up and down the canal, they would regularly snap and break, thus killing and maiming people in the process. So John Roebling devised a method of around a hemp rope. And he started one of the first steel wire manufacturing companies in the United States. It makes him immensely rich, and it saves him from the drudgery of the farm. John Roebling then goes on to design 4 bridges before he designs, 3 bridges before he designs the Brooklyn Bridge. The first bridge he designs, it's over the Niagara River, just north of Niagara Falls. That bridge was quite unique because you had the pedestrian path underneath the freight rail line. Hello there, Miss Blee, welcome. Who's gonna get hit by the bike first? Let's find out. But John Roebling's first bridge is over Niagara River, over Niagara Falls, with a very impressive bridge that went over a some 200-foot tall gorge. Mark Twain went over that bridge, and he said very famously, you have to divide your fear of falling some 200 feet below, or brace being hit from above from a train. Either or, it's the aggregate of positive unhappiness, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing pretty bad right now. But his second bridge he builds is a small little cast iron bridge over the Allegheny River in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And then his third bridge was over the Ohio River in Cincinnati, Ohio. When you look at that Ohio River Bridge, look at it from the side. It looks like a miniature Brooklyn Bridge. But in the winter of 1885, John Roebling with his son Washington Roebling are waiting for the ferry right down there. And it's wintertime here in New York. And they went to take the ferry from Brooklyn into Lower Manhattan. Now, normally that will take you just 20 minutes. But on this day, since the East River was all choked full of ice, it took them nearly 2 hours to cross the river. And thus, this bridge becomes John Roebling's overwhelming obsession. The cities of New York and Brooklyn finally get the money together to build the Brooklyn Bridge. And in 1865, they award John Roebling and Sons the contract to build the Brooklyn Bridge. John Roebling at the time was working on his Ohio River Bridge, and when he finds out that he wins the contract to build the Brooklyn Bridge, he draws up all the plans to build the Brooklyn Bridge, estimates cost in just 3 months. The bridge was originally supposed to cost around $14.5 million. Good to see you, Nadia. Good to see you, Mike. Don't you love that Cincinnati Bridge? Me too. Beautiful bridge. Still standing today. Construction of the Brooklyn Bridge begins in August 1869 and takes 13 years to build the Brooklyn Bridge. Just 2 weeks into construction, Washington Roebling with his father, John Roebling, are doing survey work right back down there at the Fulton Ferry Landing, basically trying to figure out where the acreage is going to go, where the towers of the bridge will go. And they're standing right at the edge of the pier. One of the ferry boats was coming in to dock at that pier. John Roebling and his son stepped back away from the pier to allow the ferry boat to dock. And unfortunately for John Roebling, his foot falls through a broken wooden plank in the pier. His foot then becomes wedged in the pier. The ferry boat comes into dock and crushes John Roebling's foot. John Roebling was a hydropathist. He believed that water cured everything. Against the wishes of his son who was fresh from the Civil War, he's like, Dad, you gotta amputate your foot. He's like, no, water will cure me. And he proceeds to cure himself by drinking mineral water and pouring ice cold water on his open wound. Needless to say, 18 days later, John Roebling dies of the most agonizing bout of lockjaw. So then his son, Washington Roebling, is assumed all the responsibilities of building his father's bridge. Washington Roebling, just like his father's favorite apprentice, He was an engineer, he was an architect, he was a mathematician, amongst many other things. And he was assumed all the responsibilities of building the Brooklyn Bridge. And at the time, he was just 32 years of age. Good to see you, Ann. A little no rain forecast, no rain in the forecast today. No rain, just a cloudy day. No rain, just a lot of clouds. But the hardest part of building this Brooklyn Bridge is building the foundations for these towers here. We use what they call the caisson method. And the caisson method, very simplified, is a big wooden box. You place that wooden box on the bottom of the riverbed. Air pressure at very high pressure forces the water out. Workers then enter the box through a shaft under very high pressure. The workers then undermine the edges of the box. As more and more material comes up and out of the box slowly settles down, and they place more and more of these stones on top of it. And then once the box hits bedrock, you fill it up with concrete, and you have yourself a foundation. The Brooklyn Tower does rest on bedrock some 32 feet below river bottom. But here's the deal. When they were doing test borings, they found out that they would have to dig down to the appalling depth of 109 feet below river bottom. Whoa, how many people are gonna die? For goodness sake, almost 30 men died in the foundation of the Brooklyn Tower alone. How many people are gonna die in the Manhattan Tower here? Possibly 100, maybe 300, who knows? So Washington Roebling takes a huge gamble. As they're digging deeper and deeper and deeper down underneath the river bottom, the sand was becoming more and more compact. It was getting as hard as concrete, in fact. They were using gunpowder to break up the sand that when they got to a certain depth, it was kind of crazy. So Washington Roebling takes a huge gamble, and I quote, "I find this strata of sand perfectly suitable for a foundation for my Manhattan Tower. I'm quite confident it has not shifted in several million years." And he was correct. So to this day, the Manhattan Tower of the Brooklyn Bridge does not rest on bedrock, but on sand, some 19 feet short of bedrock. Luckily, it has not moved, it has not shifted. It's kind of amazing. But Washington Roebling was nearly killed building the Brooklyn Bridge. When he was working in the Manhattan caisson of the Brooklyn Bridge, he became paralyzed from the waist down. He came down with a bad case of the bends. Back then they called it caisson's disease because they really had no idea what was happening to the human body. So for the next 12 and a half years, Washington Roebling manages the bridge's construction from his bedroom window in Brooklyn Heights. So I like to say the father designs the bridge, the son gets construction started and places the bridge where it is today. But who really builds the Brooklyn Bridge? Miss Emily Warren Roebling. During the Civil War, Washington Roebling got his practical training as an engineer during the war. He builds temporary bridges for the war, actually fights in the Battle of Gettysburg. And after the Battle of Gettysburg, he goes to an officer's ball and he meets his soon-to-be wife, Emily Warren. Emily Warren was a sister of the general he served under, and considering the time and place that was, the 1830s, Emily Warren was quite an educated woman. She was one of the first women to graduate from NYU Law School, and she was really smart. And when you get two smart people together, beautiful things happen. So she steps in for her husband Washington to manage the day-to-day workings of the bridge. At first, she just does simple dictation, but then over the years, she becomes fluent in advanced mathematics, engineering, architecture, anything you need to know to build this bridge. She basically self-taught herself under the guidance of her husband. It was also very famously said that she was a soother of hurt souls. Whenever the engineers and the architects, whenever their egos got a little bit too big, she kept them in check. We gotta finish this Brooklyn Bridge. Now, even though John Roebling and Sons was probably the most premier steel wire manufacturer for the bridge, they were not awarded the initial contract to furnish the wire for the Brooklyn Bridge. Good to see a Big Pap. Welcome. There was a very corrupt politician. His name was William Marcy Tweed, better known as Boss Tweed. And he got one of his friends in on the job here to furnish the wire for the bridge. His friend from Red Hook, Brooklyn, which is right down there, his friend was named J. Lloyd Hague. And J. Lloyd Hague, you know what he did? He kept on resubmitting a good splice of wire, while bad wire got worked into the 4 main cables here of the bridge. When Washington Roebling heard about this, he was fit to be tied. It's as brittle as glass, the most dangerous material for my bridge, and the fact that it's worked into the 4 main cables of the bridge, there's no way for me to work it out. So at great cost to the city of New York and J. Lloyd Hague, they add about 50 cables to the 4 main cables, and those were Roebling cables. And then the next round of cables were awarded to the John Roebling and Sons Company for the suspender cables of the bridge. So there is bad cable in the bridge, but don't worry, the cable is perfectly fine. The cable is supposed to be overstressed to a factor of 6. The bad cable's overstressed to a factor of 5. So don't worry about it, guys. The bridge is over-engineered to a factor of 6. It is not going anywhere. But on this day, 138 years ago, the Brooklyn Bridge finally opens. And we have a big party, and I mean a big party. Everyone in Brooklyn has a day off. Everyone in Manhattan has the half day off. And all day long, if we were here right now 138 years ago, we'll be seeing marching bands marching back and forth across the bridge. The president and the vice president were here in attendance, and that was a big deal to have both president and vice presidents here. Good to see a POV, welcome. It was a big deal. Chester A. Arthur was here. But the first person to cross over the Brooklyn Bridge was none other than Miss Emily Warren Roebling. She rides over the Brooklyn Bridge in an open silver and white carriage, and she's cradling a rooster. The rooster was a symbol of victory. When she comes back here to the Brooklyn side of the bridge, there's roughly 20,000 people waiting for her. And then for the rest of the day, a big party ensues. Everyone's partying, everyone's crossing the bridge. There's marching bands going back and forth across the bridge. And then that night, we have a big fireworks show. Nearly 13.5 tons of fireworks were released from the bridge in a fireworks show that lasted nearly 3 hours. From what I've read of this night, it was a very chaotic and dangerous experience. If you can imagine, there's fireworks being shot from the top of the towers. There's fireworks being shot from the superstructure here. There's boats beneath us with their own fireworks shooting off. And the entire time, the bridge is open to traffic. So you could walk over to the bridge while all these fireworks were going off. Kind of amazing. And then after that, the bridge was open for business. And yeah, everyone started coming out onto the bridge. You got to understand, when this bridge was completed in 1883, a 6-story tall building was considered very tall. So imagine being this high above the water for the first time of your life. It was a thrill. It was like walking on the moon. Needless to say, it was a very popular walk. A lot of people had to take the leg over the Brooklyn Bridge. And unfortunately, 2 weeks after the bridge opens up, this bridge has its first major tragedy. It's a beautiful spring day. Somebody screams out, "Oh my God, a cable snap!" A cable does not snap, but it causes a massive panic. And on the Brooklyn side of the bridge, 12 people die in the stampede of humanity trying to get off the bridge. For the next year, virtually nobody wants to cross the bridge, except for people who knew how strong the bridge was, and commerce. People had to make money. They used the bridge no matter what. So, enter P.T. Barnum to instill confidence into the bridge. Just on the other side of the bridge here, right near City Hall, Mr. Barnum had his Americana Museum. Think of the Americana Museum like a circus sideshow kind of oddity museum. 2-headed cows, deformed babies, the entire city of Dublin recreated in matchsticks. Well, Mr. Barnum just happened to have 21 very large elephants at his disposal. He also had a whole other menagerie of animals like giraffes, tigers, mountain bears, black bears, and stuff like that. And on the bridge's first birthday, May 24th, 1884, Mr. Barnum, P.T. Barnum, has 21 elephants parade in lockstep over the bridge. And it instills confidence in the bridge, and then after that, the bridge becomes more popular than ever. And I could only imagine what it must have looked like to have these elephants and these animals cross the bridge. And they did it for a whole afternoon, by the way. They walked back and forth over the bridge. It was 21 elephants, and that 21st elephant was a big deal. Her name was Jumbo, and she was evidently the world's largest elephant in captivity. So, kind of amazing. And then after that, the bridge becomes so popular, we got to build more bridges right next door. This is the Manhattan Bridge, and then off in the distance, the Williamsburg Bridge. But all the elephants have big poops. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Don't you love my tours, Revis? Because I'm a tour guide. Look at Manhattan over there. Let's look at the towers here of Midtown. I see the Empire State Building. I see One Vanderbilt. I see the Chrysler Building. I see the Citicorp Center. I see 432 Park Avenue. I see the Steinway Building. I see number 4 Times Square. I see Hudson Yards. That's Hudson Yards and the Edge right over there. Kind of amazing. And of course, here's the cheese grater building that nobody likes. There's the cheese grater building that nobody likes. All right. My stories of the Brooklyn Bridge have now concluded. Let's continue on. Do I see Waldo? I do not see Waldo on this day today. No, I do not. Hey, let's continue on here. Here's the expansion joint to the Brooklyn Bridge right here. This is how much the bridge moves, folks. That's how much the bridge moves right there. Look at all that oil over it. That's right, girl in the curl. I love my Brooklyn Bridge. That sun's trying to come out. You know what, POV? I don't think some of these new buildings are going to make it in time. I don't trust the concrete. Like we have this building over here. This is a 161 Maiden Lane. Let me zoom in on it. If you look close, this building is leaning 4 feet to the north or 4 feet to the right of the picture. I don't think this building, I don't trust this building. It's all residences here. The first person jumped off in 1886. It was a guy by the name of Steve. Well, actually, no, Steve Brody was not the first person to jump off the bridge. But Steve Brody was the most famous person to jump off the bridge. Steve Brody was a paper boy when he was in his teenage years. Actually saved people in the Potter building when it was on fire. And he wanted to become famous and didn't care how he became famous. So what happened was that he decided that he was going to jump off the bridge and have all the papers follow him. When he began publicizing that story, the police were like, no, you're not going to jump over the bridge. You're not going to do this right now. You're not going to be allowed to even go onto the bridge. But somehow he got onto the bridge. And the funny story is, even though he was known for jumping off the bridge and surviving, we actually don't know if he actually jumped off the bridge. So, what train can you take from Grand Central Terminal to the Brooklyn Bridge? You're going to take the 4, 5, or 6 to the Brooklyn Bridge station. How's that? Take the 4, 5, 6, the green line, to Brooklyn Bridge station. Okay, take the 6. Take the 6, the green line. Take that green line there. Who's going to walk into me first? Let's find who's going to walk into me now. Who's gonna walk directly towards me and into me? So I'm not gonna move one iota. Good to see you, Purple Queen. But my office. Another beautiful day on the bridge. This tower of the bridge, when it was completed in the summer of 1875, this was the tallest structure on a North American continent. It held that title for nearly 40 years. But the week they finished this tower, General Custer lost at the Battle of Little Bighorn. Kind of amazing. Good to see you, Stevie, or Steve War. Hello, Steve War. Buenos Aires, bienvenidos, Buenos Aires. Yeah, girl in the curl. Loose children, girl in the curl. Loose kids on the Brooklyn Bridge. Never a good combination. Ah, you got to come out sometime this week. Awesome. We have beautiful weather this week here in New York. So come on out. I really hate the scaffolding here because we can't read the dedication plaques. There's one thing I like showing you guys here in the live stream is all the dedication plaques here on the bridge. Doing some sightseeing, nice. Come on out. So construction began in August 1869 and was completed on May 24th, 1883. Too many bike lanes over the pedestrian area. Ethan, there's only one bike lane over the pedestrian area. You're saying there's more than one? You're more than welcome. More than welcome for tripping with me there. That's right. But at the time, the bridge, that's right, we're on the bridge. At the time this bridge was completed, this was the world's longest suspension bridge. It was the first bridge to be of this size to be made of steel. This was also the first bridge to be electrified with Thomas Edison's electric light bulb. Thomas Edison was here on opening day of the bridge, so he was quite happy about that. No, we're going to have an exclusive into the factory Long Island. I do not know what you're referring to there, girl in the curl. People are on their own tangents now. Okay, same idea. Okay. That's confusing me. Yes, they're gonna put a bike lane down here. They're gonna eliminate the two inner lanes here, and actually they're doing that work right now. Wait, they're doing the work right here below us. I can show it to you. So they're adding this fencing here. You see the fencing? They got the fencing here, and so what they're going to do is they're going to put a bollard, and then it's going to be this lane right here, and then so basically this is going to be the bike lane. It's going to be one on this side, one on the other side, and obviously that one's going to go this way. This one's going to go this way, and then the two lanes here will be for car traffic. And unfortunately, when these bike lanes open up, I will no longer be able to stop on the Brooklyn Bridge for my tour. So, and look here, we got somebody almost hit by a bike. It's always fun. It's always fun to see people get hit by bikes. So, like here we have a total blockage. For some, I always wonder why do people pick the narrowest spot to stop? It's the weirdest thing. I'm excited about the bike lane too, yeah, but just for my bike tours, I won't be able to stop on the bridge anymore because we'll be down the roadway level. Hey guys, you're always here, man. There's 183 people watching you. There you go. Good? All right. I see that guy every day. He should recognize me too, but then again, I'm not in my work shirt right now. I'm not in my work uniform. That's a photographer. That's more nuanced by Anna Gamer. It's not as simple as just putting plates on bikes. He's open to the idea. Yep, there's another at the office. So I pretty much walked all the bridges that have walk lanes over them. So I've walked over the Brooklyn, Manhattan, Williamsburg, Queensboro bridges. Good to see you, Alex. Good to see you, Michelle. I got to do the Queensboro Bridge one of these days. And what I want to do is I want to kind of do a loop where we walk over the Queensboro Bridge and then we take the tram back into Roosevelt Island. Привет. What's a bike plate? they're talking about putting license plates on bicycles. And if they put license plates on bicycles, then I'm taking the lane and riding as slow as I want to all the freaking time. If they want me to get insurance, they want me to get a plate, I'm going to take a car lane every time and go as slow as I want. Because I'm going to be considered, I'm already considered traffic, but whatever. Let's not get into that. But Mayor de Blasio is open to the idea of having license plates for bicycles. Went to the Palisades a few days ago. Palisades is very beautiful. Palisades is a beautiful spot, especially to go cycling around. The City Municipal Building, right over there. Hey, what a concept, right? This silver building here, this is New York by Frank Gehry. And then just behind it, the Woolworth building. The Woolworth building was the tallest building in the world in 1913 and the only skyscraper in skyscraper history to be paid for its construction in cash. Over $14.5 million. Kind of amazing. He used all his nickels and pennies to build the bridge. Who saw the studio audience turning around and slowing down walking? Who saw the studio audience slow down? Привет from Russia, привет! Like that old song Palisades Park from Freddie Cannon, that's right. You're more than welcome, Mars. I like to frame my shots. I like to frame my shots, damn it. You notice that, Mrs. Celia? Mrs. Celia, you're always on the ball, Mrs. Celia. You're always on it. Vamos tarde Brasil! Brasil, Luis Enrique. Bienvenido. Pigeon poopies is on every place in terrible New York. Should we block him? Now, I'll let him go. Let's see if he says one other dumb comment. Let's see if he says one other dumb comment. There are people selling stuff on the bridge, but they're a little bit further down. They're a little bit further down near the entrance. So that's where we're going to go right now. We'll go down to the entrance right now. And I will show you that. Here we go again. Here we go again. You're on notice, that's right. You're on notice. Bloody hell, somebody's smoking weed up here now. All right. Wow, somebody's smoking weed up here. All right, New Amsterdam. We're coming into New Amsterdam, damn it. We're coming in. So right now we are leaving the bridge, Charles. We're coming off the bridge right now. We're walking into Manhattan. Pigeons are everywhere. I used to have a pigeon coop. More than welcome, Millard. And I love pigeons. Pigeons are they're smart birds. Mike, get out there and walk that Roebling bridge. Fire up the live stream and walk over that Roebling bridge. I believe they're doing some construction on the Roebling bridge out there in Cincinnati. I think they're rehabbing the towers of that bridge. I know they were having some issues with the stonework chipping off. I hope you're able to come out here too, Luis. If the creek and the COVID don't rise, come on back out. Come on back out. God willing, that creek don't rise and the COVID don't crack. Whatever that means. I think my ice cold water guy is here though. My ice cold water guy should be here today. I want all you guys to come back. I want all you guys to come back. Oh, really, Millard? You're looking for the skunk? It smells like skunk. Actually, there's no vendors up here today. This is where the vendors usually set up, is right here. Right, what a great day at the office indeed. Ditto bird. Ditto bird. That's a funny use. I like clever usernames. That's a clever username. Do deer live in New York? Yes, in Staten Island. And Staten Island has a lot of deer. And we're gonna go out to Staten Island look for some wild turkeys in the coming weeks. Come on back, CB. Come on back. There's always one that has a room with the door rotten sometimes. All right. Yeah, no CD. The CD guys usually don't hang up here on the bridge. The CD guys usually are not here on the bridge. The CD guys will more be like across the street. But we have a rally across the street, it looks like. Damn it, Gorgon, you gotta have to watch the replay, Gorgon. So now we're in Manhattan. We're right here behind City Hall. The Appellate's Court building. And then this is the City Municipal building. Hello there, Savannah.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Let's see what's going on here. Yolla. Yolla. What is she yapping about here?
What happens when you negotiate the next time? There are no guarantees. Thank you, David. Okay, now we're glad that DC 37 retirees are in the house. We're gonna get to hear briefly from Neil Crompton, who is the vice president of the DC 37 Retiree Association, and Isaac, who is the
So these folks do not like mayoral control of the school system, and I kind of don't blame them, but anyway. So we just concluded our walk over. I am not tired. I am not tired. I've only been on for 57 minutes. This is really just a warm-up, but I got to hop on the train at 1 o'clock. So I think we're going to do now is, you guys want to go down to the World Trade Center really quick? We'll go by the World Trade Center. We'll say a quick little prayer by Survivor Tree, and then we'll hop on the train at the Oculus. I'm not going to Times Square. No, there's plenty of other live streamers who go to Times Square every day. So I do not go to Times Square. There's plenty of people who do that every day. Well, let's go buy World Trade here. Let's go buy World Trade. So this red brick building here dates back to 1882. This is the Potter Building, and it's one of the first fireproofed buildings in the world. Yes, Lee, yes. They're working on the bridge. They're working on the Roebling Bridge over there in Cincinnati. Hey, people like to watch Times Square, you know? Good to see you, Shields. You know, to be honest, I am a fan of Mayor de Blasio. He gets a lot of shit, but what mayor doesn't get a lot of shit? Oh, JNR Music World. Well, Marlito, I'll show you the last little bit of JNR Music World. There's one building left. Times Square. Ha! It's for tourists. I love JNR too. I used to buy my hard drives from JNR. That was my hard drive store. You're staying at Pod 39 Hotel. Is it good? I have no idea. I'm not very good when it comes to hotels. You don't like Times Square? A lot of people don't like Times Square. But for some reason, people like watching it over and over again, every day, every night. So this building right here in the corner, that's the last little bit of JNR Music World. Downtown is underrated. Aloha, Rainier. Welcome. Times Square is technically not New York City. Yeah, no. Times Square is a part of Peoria. Right? or Scranton Wilkes-Barre, right? That's as far as it's Scranton Wilkes-Barre East, right? Oh, there it is, the Woolworth Building, right there. Tallest building in the world in 1913. Right, Peoria, right? It is clickbait, Shields, but they go out there. So JNR, what's in its place now is these two big apartment buildings are right here. So this was like the old CD store, was right here. And then back behind those trees is the last building of JNR Music World. New York has a few fruit stands. We have more green markets more than anything. Oh, baby is passed out in the back seat. All right, do I got the light here? Here we go, now I got the light. So here's the last little bit of vestige left of JNR Music World. I bought many a hard drive, which some of them I still use. I have a couple of Lacey drives that I still use that I bought in this building right here. Here it is, the last little bit of JNR Music World. Oh, the Woolworth Building was huge before the World Trade. Yes, it was. It still is a huge building. Here it is, good old JNR Music World. And now, another big change, especially for people who used to work downtown. No more Staples. No more Staples anymore. If you guys remember, especially from those videos from September 11, 2001, the Staples that was on this corner was always prominently shown when the towers collapsed. And now there's no more JNR Music, there's no more Staples here. And all I remember in this space was the Staples. I don't remember anything else other than the Staples, and that's going back to the 90s. Actually, I want to walk on St. Paul's Chapel side here, but this sidewalk is closed. You plan on recording Times Square or Brooklyn when you go back? Awesome. I recommend recording Brooklyn, not Times Square. Because there's plenty of people who record Times Square every day. Bom tarde, Brasil. Good to see you, Robinson Lopez. Yep, it's all gone now. It's all gone now. So we're looking at now One World Trade Center. Number one World Trade Center, 1,776 feet tall, or 542 meters tall. Fourth tallest building in the world. You see right there, right here, see where the building stops right there underneath that ring? That's how high the Twin Towers were. So the building does reference the old Twin Towers right there. I bought CDs, cassette tapes from JNR, lots of computer hard drives. That church is so dirty looking. It's not dirty at all. What are you talking about? It's made of Manhattan schist. The best made of the bedrock of Manhattan Island. That building dates back to the 1790s. It's been through a lot. I do not speak Spanish. Unfortunately, I do not speak Spanish. It's not hot at all today. It's in the 60s. It's like a spring day out here today. She's a grand old lady indeed. Actually, check out the Urbanist's channel. He recreated an inauguration day on his channel the other day. It was great. City is clean these days. Yes, some people do consider the spire cheating for extra height, but the spire was part of the original plan of the building, and it does serve a purpose. It's a communications tower. But even though the antenna on the original North Tower of the World Trade Center, that was not factored into the total height of the building. Good to see you, Ted. Doing freaking great, man. Are we talking about, I wasn't sure, are we talking about Times Square, guys? I didn't know we were talking about Times Square. Anyway, Century 21 is closed, but the building is still there. Right down the block over there. There's Century 21, right down over there. But I didn't know we were talking about Times Square. Were we talking about Times Square, guys? What is Elvis talking about, guys? So were we talking about Times Square? I'm all confused now. It is supposed to return. Century 21 is supposed to return, but we do not know when. But they're planning to return. This is the Oculus right here. I know we weren't talking about Times Square. I know, but I don't know why he's saying we were talking about Times Square. Oh, yeah, these people on these chats sometimes, they don't pay attention. But this is the Oculus right here. This is the transit hub here at the World Trade Center. And then here where all these awesome murals are, this is where eventually number 2 World Trade Center will rise from. And then we got this beautiful crane here. And they're building the World Trade Center Performing Arts Center. And this is very exciting, this structure here. What's Times Square? What is this with this? I don't know. I don't know why people keep mentioning Times Square. Guys, there's like 5 other people who go to Times Square every day. Please go watch them. They have many more subscribers than me, and they answer all the comments. Yeah, 2 World Trade Center did have a design change. They hired the Blars Ingle Group, and they had a crazy kind of cube thing that kind of looks like the cubes were kind of offset. Now they have reverted back to the original Norman Foster plan for number 2 World Trade Center. Am I near the Horseman statue? No, I'm not. Where's the Millennium Hilton? Right here. Right here, that black building right there, Millennium Hilton. Right there. Wow, the Performing Arts Center is coming along great. You like that Blars Ingle Group? Yeah. But here's the Performing Arts Center. And it's coming along really, really cool. So this Performing Arts Center is a really high-tech building. It's going to have movable acoustical walls. It could be configured into small movie theaters, 1 large movie theater, a theater in the round, a theater with an orchestra pit, a theater with an orchestra pit that moves around, and it's going to look like a cube that's like kind of on a pedestal. It's going to be really amazing when this thing opens up. And then this is number 7 World Trade Center. There's number 1 World Trade Center. We flip around, Oculus, number 3 World Trade Center, number 4 World Trade Center. And nothing like when you hear this is changing rather fast, Gorgon. This whole area is changing pretty fast. But now let's go into the Memorial Plaza here. We're going to say a quick prayer, and then we will continue on. And actually, there is another anniversary coming up. You can't say New York is boring. No, you can't. We have another anniversary coming up here, and I'm going to have to put on my mask because we're going into the Memorial Plaza. So let me respect the wishes. Did I see the baby recognized? No, I did not. Where is Trump Tower? 56th Street and 5th Avenue. That's in Midtown Manhattan, King, about 4 miles to the north of me. All right. So now we're going to go into Memorial Plaza, and we're going to say a little prayer. We're going to go by Survivor Tree right now. Memorial Plaza comprises of 274 white swamp oak trees and 1 pear tree. That pear tree is called Survivor Tree. I didn't see that girl in the curl. Let's first say a little prayer here at the North Tower. Very sad indeed. Yeah, beautiful green trees, right, Savannah? Beautiful. So, these reflecting pools are exactly where the Twin Towers once stood. And to be exact on where the Twin Towers stood, you have this last line of trees here. Where this line of trees is, this is where the wall would have been for the North Tower. So right here would have been where the wall would have been for the Twin Towers. So right now I'm within the line of trees. I am now in the footprint of the North Tower. John Hardy, good to see you, John. Good to see a Mighty Bull. Here's the memorial within the memorial. Good to see you, John. So here is the plaque dedicated to the first World Trade Center bombing in 1993. This water cascades down some 70 feet. No, this place is not haunted. Very beautiful design. Michael Orad designed this. It's called Reflecting Absence. And he chose the falling water to reference the sound that the towers made when they collapsed. You may notice as we walk around the memorial voids here, you may notice some of the names may have a rose in it that's either in honor of an anniversary or of a birthday. You know, John, it's never easy for me to walk around Memorial Plaza. When I walk around here, I think of, I think of coming here in the summertime when I was a bike messenger, and I will sit by the big fountain and eat lunch here and listen to music here. And now to see it full of trees and everything is, it's heartbreaking, but it's a very nice design to the memorial. Now let's say a little. Yeah, it'll always be yesterday, Dave. Absolutely, it'll always be just like yesterday. No one says hello to you. Relax. Passy Temps, hello Passy Temps. Is that good enough for you, man? Absolutely, Revis. Oh wow, ABX Drill. Yeah. The trees are a sign of life. What's up with people complaining that they don't get acknowledged in this live stream? Meanwhile, they never commented. What's up with that? Hello there, Pietro. Mighty Bull is watching. Exactly, Girl in the Curl, yeah. So here's our South Tower. The museum is open at limited capacity. There's my favorite tree in all of New York, the survivor tree. Pencil Subway Art with a $5 super chat. Pencil Subway Art, thank you so much for the $5. You're more than welcome for the stream. Absolutely, Shields. Kind of hard not to get emotional when you're here. But here is our survivor tree. We saw her bloom out a few weeks ago. She was blooming in all white. How did they find out the exact location of the towers? So when they were excavating the site, they kept the outline of where the Twin Towers was. They kept it marked the entire time. So why is it a pear tree? This tree is called a survivor tree because it survived both collapses of the World Trade Center. This tree used to be planted right about over there, directly opposite of Century 21. So right about over there, this tree was standing. And about 3 weeks after September 11th, the workers noticed that the tree was still alive. It was still alive. It was still planted. So they rescued the tree from the debris. They sent it up to Van Cortlandt Park in the Bronx. They nursed it back to health. And then about 8 years ago, it joined all the other trees here in Memorial Plaza. This is why it's my favorite tree in all of New York. Yes, the foundations are underneath the fountains. So you could get underneath the Memorial Plaza fountains in the museum. You'll be at bedrock, some 80 feet below street level. And it is illegal to break off a branch off these. And this tree does still grow pears, but the horticulturists cut the pears off before anyone could peel them. It was very sad, Paul. Very sad. You know, when you have no options for living, that was their only option. Alex Monette with a $5 super chat. Alex, thank you so much for the $5. I'm glad I'm your number one streamer. It's a little warm out here, but it's perfect temperature. 65 degrees right now. So this right here, this is another memorial within the memorial. This is called the Memorial Glade. This signifies where the ramp was during the excavation of the World Trade Center. This memorial pays tribute to all the firemen, all the police, and all the office workers we have lost since September 11th. More people have died since September 11th than on that horrible day due to various cancers and whatnot inflicted by all the dust that was inhaled here in the World Trade Center. But the anniversary is coming up on May 30th. On May 30th. It's coming up in a few days. May 30th will officially be the conclusion of recovery efforts here at the World Trade Center. On May 30th, 2002, excavation work and recovery work was finally completed, and the final column from the World Trade Center was removed. That column you could see downstairs in the museum today. But this is Manhattan schist coming up from being thrusted up, and it's a simple memorial in honor of everyone we've lost since September 11th. There ain't no contamination. There's BS. Memorial Glade. Okay. It's always tough coming through here. Never easy. You know, while the new World Trade Center is quite beautiful, like a city of tomorrow, I'll get anything to have the old twins back. Oh yeah, always quiet out here, Viking. You know what it is? I think it's a combination of the trees and everything. It really damps down the sound. But wow, a lot of... More than welcome, girl in the curl. Let's say a little prayer here while we walk around. We're gonna say a little prayer. Good to see you, Diana. Never gets easy, guys. May they all rest. May they all rest. So sad. So John, yeah, my bicycle tours are back. My walking tours are back. Not 100%, but we're getting back. But let's leave the World Trade Center. Let's go home. Well, I'm going to Coney now. Gotta go to Coney. Life goes on. Here is the last little piece of sculpture art from the original World Trade Center. A piece of sculpture art I had lunch next to many times. Good to see you, Esteban. Here is Fritz Cohen's sphere. A survivor of September 11th, 2001. Very much a survivor. Unfortunately, we're not going to go to the Bull today, Mighty Bull. We're not going to go to the Bull today. We're going to hop on the train here at the Oculus. Because I got to go down to Coney now and hang out with Danielle Mastrian and watch her paint. And I might live stream some of that for you guys, so stay tuned. We might have 2 live streams today. You're more than welcome, Mike, for making you cry. I'm definitely a little teary-eyed. This is the Greek Orthodox Church, the shrine of St. Nicholas. And it's coming along quite nicely. You're more than welcome, Viking, for bringing you down here. Let's hop on the train. You got it, Sarah. We'll watch Danielle paint. Yeah, the Greek Orthodox Church is back under construction again after a year of delays. You're more than welcome, everyone. I'll see you later, Gorgon. But yeah, never easy coming down here, guys. I mean, the old Twins back, even though, to be honest, I never liked the Twin Towers. I thought they were rather overbearing buildings, too big for their scale. It took nearly 30 years to fill up the World Trade Center. It was so much office space. 10.5 million square feet of office space. So it took 30 years to fill that all up. New World Trade Center is about half of that. And yes, vastly different than the old Twin Towers. And of course, the building's a lot more safe. Used to work on Warren and Church. You used to eat lunch near the Sphere too. Yeah, I used to eat lunch near the Sphere all the time. Charging Bull will give you hope. Yes, it will. Went to the towers many times, Phyllis. I ate at Windows of the World and all that good stuff. And Joanna Ricardo with a $5 super chat. This was beautiful. Oh, Joanna, thank you so much. I'm happy you shed a few tears. We gotta cry sometimes, you know. But just like New York, just like living out here, we keep on moving, we keep on grooving, we do not forget, but we keep on going. Had a high school buddy, wow, as an apprentice. Wow, you're more than welcome. More than welcome with the respectful stream. Gotta be respectful for when I'm down here. More than welcome, Lee. And Joanna, thank you so much. So, I am not gonna even attempt to walk through the Oculus because something tells me the security guards are extra bored today. The old employer fought the building of the World Trade Center. He had a hi-fi shop on Cortlandt Street, right down over there. Wow, yeah, Radio Row. Alexandra, doing great. Wow, he was up in Radio Row, one of the last holdouts in Radio Row. That's pretty cool. I would give anything to see Radio Row in its heyday. I've seen pictures of it, and it looked like just so it looked so rough around the edges, and it looked so cool. That's that old school New York that I don't think we'll ever get back ever again. That was a different place and time. But tomorrow, I will be working in Central Park tomorrow, so that means you guys get a Central Park walking tour tomorrow. Yeah, it does look like Star Trek. We're gonna go inside the building for a little bit to go inside the subway station. But the security guards are so weird in there about filming. I have talked to the folks at the Westfield. I've had talked to folks from the Lower Manhattan Development Corporation and the Downtown Alliance. They have all assured me that I am allowed to live stream inside of the Oculus. Suffice I don't set up a tripod on the floor. But some of the security guards don't know that. So they sometimes haggle me, which is a little annoying. But it is what it is. Oh, we got to go to Italy sometime. Yes, we do. Oh, yeah, Mike, that'll be tomorrow. I don't know what time yet because I have a crazy tour tomorrow I got to do. But here's the old old Century. Hopefully got to open up He lost a fortune. Leonardo Radio. Ooh, I'm gonna have to check that out, Roar the Tiger. Where were the Twin Towers? Luis, we were just there, man. Where the fountain was, that's where the Twin Towers were. Go back on the replay, and I showed you exactly where they used to stand. All right, let me get my Metro card ready here, guys. Okay, let's do this. Into the Oculus we go.
Can you help? I'm very hungry.
Ah. Pretty cool, huh, guys? So this structure is meant to reference the spreading wings of a dove. And then we're gonna go right here through here. Something to the future. We step into the future, now we're going to go back to the past. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's see if we could see the old part of the World Trade Center. Let's see if that's open. Good to see you, Rick. Activate the translator. Okay. Wait, let's see if the old World Trade Center exit and entrance is open here. And I get to walk over my favorite part of the whole structure here. And it's closed still, damn it. I love this little course right here because there's nothing above holding it, there's nothing below holding it. It just hovers right here. But now, I want to go through the corridor right here because if we were to walk through this corridor right here, this will lead us into the C train. Oh, no, it is the E train subway station. And there's a little piece of the old World Trade Center left right there. So the train to New Jersey is right down below me. And who owns these buildings? The Larry Silverstein properties. Larry Silverstein. And the Westfield are the ones who manage it. Or at least the stores here in the Oculus anyway. All right. Let's hop on the train. I normally like to take you guys through the old concourse there, because I could show you the original World Trade Center, but when it opens up again, we'll walk through there in the future. All right, we have 8 minutes. Oh, Diana Lee with a 10-pounder super chat. Diana Lee, thank you so much for the 10 pounds. You're more than welcome for the memories. More than welcome for the memories. And let me see if I can show you the old sign here. Hello from Sandra from Brazil. Bom tarde, Brazil. Now, a lot of you guys may remember before there was the PATH train, they were called the Hudson Tubes. And they have the old sign here. They have the old sign here. Look at this. Still here after all these years, the Hudson Tubes, today called the PATH train. All right. Have a few more minutes until the train. How about them Yankees, huh? How about them Yankees? As all the cops give me the evil eye. Give me the Maloinkia. All right, off to Coney Island for me. Off to Coney Island. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a live stream out there, so stay tuned for a live stream from Coney Island later on this afternoon. Okay. Is she smelling it? What's she doing with the pizza here, guys? Are you smelling it, lady? All we know is that she paid with Google Pay. So she paid with the Google Pay. Good. I will have a great day in Coney. It is ethereal. That's right. This was a great art exhibit. The JR Chronicles in the Brooklyn Museum. This is no longer there anymore. This was perfect for a movie, right? She was teasing. Oh, they cropped out, what's his name? They cropped out Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro is in this art piece. There's a lot of famous people in this art piece. You just got to look really close. A pizza mask. She had a pizza mask on. That's right. Hello there, Ria. So we have 6 minutes until my train. Does anyone have any last questions for New York City tour guide? Let me know. Because that is my job. Nice long train. Yeah, I'm actually going to Coney, so I'm going to take the R to the N. In Brooklyn, the place of your birth. Nice, me too. I'm very excited about the Cruella de Vil. I will be watching this on Disney Plus. I will be watching that on Disney Plus. I have officially ran out of stuff to watch on Disney Plus. We cannot take the train with me because I do not have a signal. Once I enter the tunnel, I lose the signal. I would love to stream on the train. Moderator, activate the translator. Okay. Where to stay in Manhattan for under $100 a night? Lawrence, I have no idea. I have no idea where to stay for under $100. I'm not good when it comes to hotels. I am not good when it comes to that kind of stuff. Any other questions? I will give you the review on Cruella. Yes, I will. I would watch it the day it comes out on Disney Plus. Yes, it does. Yes, it does, POV. Oh, that's awesome, Paul. I'll see you soon, ABX girl. Any recent outdoor concert announcements? Not that I heard of, Deming. Not yet, anyway. The R train makes a few really sharp curves. Actually, after this station here, going up to City Hall, it makes a very tight S-turn going into City Hall Station. But I'll see you there, Mighty Bull. I will see you there. Oh. Will I watch Black Widow in the theater? No, I will not. I'll see you later, Ramona. I hear a train a-coming. It's almost there. Almost there. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. I'll tell you one thing, my feet kind of hurt right now. And I've only been on for an hour and 40 minutes. But it was fun taking you guys around World Trade Center and of course celebrating the Brooklyn Bridge with you guys. I love celebrating the Brooklyn Bridge's birthday. But Arjan, good to see you. Thank you so much for hanging on out. We're about 12 curves from City Hall. Nice, yeah. That's about. Morning, goodbye. See you later, Dawn. It's all good. That's what the replay's for. I could hear the train squealing. So Fireworks Fridays, we do not know, Patrick. I have not been alerted to the Fireworks Fridays. Here is my pledge to you. My pledge to you, the viewer, is that when Fireworks Fridays are announced, I will, of course, tell you guys about when Fireworks Fridays are going to start again. And I have never missed a Fireworks Friday since 2001. So I have been to every Fireworks Friday, and every Fireworks Friday will be here on this YouTube channel when they come back. Good to see you, MN. I'll see you later. You're more than welcome. We're taking you down to the memorial and over the bridge. It was a lot of fun. But when the Fireworks Fridays are announced, I will let everyone know about Fireworks Fridays. I'll see you later, John. It's all good, man. Who's that looking over my shoulder? Who's that looking over my shoulder? I'm much better looking now, John. Remember how I used to look, John? And actually, I have one new gray hair. I have one new gray hair, and it's on my eyebrow here. And I love my new gray hair. I love it. I love that it's right here on my eyebrow. I love that gray hair. I freaking love it. But this is how I'm supposed to look. I'll see you later, Mars. No headlights yet. I don't see no headlights yet. I don't see no headlights yet. But once the Fireworks Fridays are announced, I will tell you guys about Fireworks Fridays. I will tell you about them. The minute I know about them, I'll tell you guys about them. You're more than welcome, Mr. Davis? Davis? Do I like Starbucks? Not really. Comb over eyebrows? No. I have gray hairs, the joy of being 40, right? Right, CR? Absolutely. You have gray hairs in your eyelashes. Nice. It does sound fun. Wilmy, you're more than welcome, Wilmy. You're more than welcome. Here's my train. Ah, I hear a train a-coming. It's rolling around the bend. Oh, there it is, everyone. There's my ride right there. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Have a fantastic New York day, whether you live here or not. I want you to hug your loved ones. I want you to cherish the moments. And good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Mrs. Calabash. Wherever you are. Stay tuned. I might be live in Coney in a little bit. You're more than welcome for the tour. Make sure you have that notification bell turned on because I don't know when I'm going to go on next. And I'll see y'all later. Later, guys. See you soon, guys.